Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to the middle game of this three-game series between our two rival schools, the Seaholm Maples and the Groves Falcons. Brad Fetters here for BACB Sports, getting you set for this OAA Blue rivalry game. Groves took game one of this three-game set, 8-5 yesterday. Got the bats going early. Survived a bit of a scare from Seaholm late in the ball game, but picked up the victory. Second member of our broadcast team, Andy Aubrey, is alongside Seaholm captain Casey Getz.
All right, Brad, thanks very much. We are down here with number 21, Casey Getz for Seaholm. Casey, they voted you to come and do a little kind of a general overview interview before the game. Why do you think that is?
I bring good team camaraderie, team chem. That's what matters most on a team like this. So, yeah, I think that's probably the main reason why.
Team chem, very important. Something the Pistons had none of last night. All right, let's talk a little bit about last night's game. It was kind of nip and tuck there, but they got you. Here you are back for game two. But what do you remember about last night's game?
I think our fielding, just if we stick together as a team in the field, I think the bats will come. The pitching, the first pitch, he's an amazing pitcher, just wasn't his day yesterday. Right. But we had our young kid come in and finish the game strong. So I think if we just stick together as a team today, we'll take one.
Okay. Well, we'll find out. One more question now. You got a new coach this year, Coach Mike. You're senior, so you've been through the highs and lows of the program. But what's this year been like with Mike?
He's an amazing coach. I wish I was younger when I had him, so I could. Yeah. No, the freshmen and sophomores are really lucky to have him. Even the juniors. No, he's an amazing coach. Really brings the program back together.
Yeah, we can tell that. He's got command out there, and he makes it fun. And it's a game after all, so we're supposed to have some fun doing this. Well, okay, I'll let you get back to the preparations, and good luck trying to get game two from these guys still on their field. But we'll find out how you do, and I'll send it back to Brad for right now.
All right, thank you so much, Andy and Casey. As for the Groves Falcons, they improved their overall record yesterday to 10-9. They do have some backup players in the lineup as they are dealing with a few injuries in today's ball game. But one of the steady eddies in the middle of the lineup is the shortstop, Michael West, who's now alongside our very own Andy Aubrey.
All right, Brad, thanks again. Now we're down here with Mike West, number 17 for the Groves Falcons. Mike, big game for your team yesterday. You got the win here at home. Tell us about it.
First off, I just want to give all thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. It was a great win, great team win, able to rally the bats there late. Just great to see everybody come together as a unit, get this win. There was no pointing fingers, nothing crazy. We all stuck together as a family and went out there and won a game.
Yeah, it feels that way. And, we've been covering Groves for a lot of years, and we know that's a hallmark of Coach Morrison's teams. In a nutshell, what's it like playing for Sean?
It's a lot of fun. Practices are amazing. He just picks up everybody, tries to bring the best out of everybody, bring the best out of every team. We have a great culture here at Groves. He really brings that part of it out, and because of that, we're able to all play together, all play as a family, and that brings out the best of the team.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up your dad for a second because we love him, and he's so great, a coach of the basketball team. But there's the old coach's son thing. You hear about it. What's it like being a coach's son, and what are the benefits of having him kind of in your ear a lot?
Yeah, so even playing basketball as I do, it's a little more pressure because everybody expects, coach's son got to go out there and play. You have to cancel out some of the noise, and it's good to always have him in your ear. You learn a lot of things about the game, have the mentality from the coach's side so you know what they're looking for, all that good stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially out on the basketball court with him. I mean, it's pretty sweet. And to do all the stuff, he gives great advice. Couldn't ask for a better dad, honestly.
Yeah. Now, can you break him down off the dribble?
I can now. He just got his labrum surgery done, so I have a chance now, yeah. I have a chance.
All right. Well, Mike, good luck to you and your brother and the rest of the Falcons today. It's a lot of fun watching you guys compete, and you're right. The culture is rock solid over there. So we'll wrap it up from right now. Wish you the best of luck and tell you not to go away because first pitch is coming up right after these messages.
Yeah, I know. Wait, yeah, you just look at that. It's so sad. It's good.
to beautiful Birmingham Groves High School for this middle game of a 3-game set. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the Seaholm offense. Leading things off will be the center fielder, Patrick Hughes. Batting second, the catcher, Keegan Jordan. Batting third will be the pitcher, Ian Everett. Cleaning things up will be the first baseman, Brandon Gettesman. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Nick Davis. Batting sixth and playing third base, Liam McDonald. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Jack Zimmer. Batting eighth will be the right fielder, Aaron Vandemark. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Casey Getz. Birmingham Groves defense. On the infield, at third base, Joseph West. At shortstop, Michael West. At second base, Sebastian Shorter. Down at first, Darren Kazaa. The outfield defense from left to right will be Aiden Marshall, Ryan Brand, and Nolan Davis. Starting on the mound this afternoon will be the big, tall lefty, Andrew Blanchard, and catching him will be Carlos Smith. So some different names and faces in the lineup this afternoon, Andy. This was a Seaholm offense that had some flashes yesterday. 5 runs on 6 hits. Had 6 runners via walks and hit by pitch. They had a pretty good come-from-behind effort late in that ball game, eventually falling short.
Yeah, things got a little bit uncomfortable for Groves there towards the end of the game. And like we said throughout that one, that it's that last out. It's the hardest one to get. Last out of any inning, especially last out of the game. And they found that to be the case, Groves, but they gutted it out and they pulled the victory. So Seaholm's going to be here to avenge that loss today. And we got glorious sunshine at Groves Field, and we're ready to play.
And temperatures in the mid-60s. Blue sky, wind blowing out to right field, and we are underway. Patrick Hughes swings and misses at the opening pitch of the ball game. At a 2-for-4 performance yesterday at the plate, at a single and a double. Kind of get you familiar with Andrew Blanchard, 20 1/3 innings. This is his 4th start of the season, has 2 wins on the young year. As Hughes floats one to straightaway center field, Ryan Brand a couple steps in to retire Hughes, 1 up, 1 down.
Well, that's just how they like it on defense. Kind of a lazy fly ball to center. Not a lot of field placement required for that particular opportunity. And
2 and 1 on the season. He's given up 11 runs, 5 of which are earned. He's issued 16 base on balls to go along with 14 strikeouts. 2 ERA. So maybe taking a look at the stat line as there's a clean single into right field off the bat of Keegan Jordan. So you look at Blanchard's stats, and maybe the only spot you can see where you could possibly clean things up is cutting down on the base on balls.
yeah, that was an epidemic yesterday. There was pass balls, wild pitches, hit batters, all kinds of stuff going on that and we got an umpire holding things up. We had a courtesy runner down at first. This line drive, first hit of the ball game for Groves, or for Seaholm rather, goes over Kazaa's head over at first base into right.
So it'll be Dylan Furlani as the courtesy runner for the catcher. Ian Everett at the plate now, the starting pitcher this afternoon for Seaholm. Same jersey combination as yesterday. Neither team switched things up. The runner takes off for second. A little hit and run as Everett hits that one foul down the third baseline.
And just like yesterday's game, wheels in motion early here, trying to get a runner in scoring position.
Completely different umpiring crew from yesterday.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, the home plate umpire didn't have many friends and fans in the stands yesterday.
Well, that's the plight of an umpire, isn't it?
It's a tough job.
You don't get into that line of work to make friends.
Hard ground ball to the shortstop. It's going to eat up Michael West, who's not going to have a play. That was a hot shot on this artificial surface. Michael West ranged far to his right, cut that ball down, but could not make a play on it. It'll be an infield single, back-to-back singles now for the Maples. And all of a sudden, they have 2 runners on with just 1 out.
Now pitch running for the Maples. Number 5, Matthew Strong. Yeah, that grounder ate up West a little bit. It was not an easy play. He did a nice job to cut it off, but I was not able to find the handle to get either runner at first or second. And now Seaholm's in business with only 1 out.
Gottesman will be the batter. 340 average in play coming into this series. Had 8 RBIs prior to yesterday's ball game. Takes a look at a breaking ball up and away. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Gottesman 0 for 2 yesterday, so looking to get off the schneid here in this rivalry game. Fouled straight back. Evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Andrew Blanchard works from right in the middle of the rubber and comes home with the 1-1. Another breaking ball catches the outer black. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now on the first baseman. Pretty stiff breeze blowing out, Andy. One of these lefties, if they get it up in that jet stream, it could clear the fence. Instead, this one's popped up right on top of us. It's going to drift back into the playing surface and bounce foul.
Well,
wow.
That is rife with danger, and talk about getting eaten up. Smith had a real tough time. I mean, that ball went straight up in the air, and it was probably dancing on him a little bit. He was weaving around out there trying to get under it, but it fell uncaught, and we're still at it here. That was a 2nd strike.
Trying to nibble outside. No takers there. Off the bat, I thought that might hit the roof of the press box. Instead, it drifted back.
Came back in, and that's
nearly landed fair.
I was going to say, that was the wind at work there.
Another breaking ball misses high. So it'll fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see if Coach Nautical wants to put the men in motion here on this full count. Runners stay stationary as the pitch from Blanchard bounces in. So 3 straight Maples have reached base safely. A single, and now a base on balls has loaded the bases for the designated hitter, Nick Davis.
Yeah, Davis has an opportunity to do something big here to get Seaholm off to a hearty start. Base hit probably brings in 2, depending on where it's placed, but it's a big moment in the game early.
Blanchard able to go into the windup now. Davis hammers one to left field. Going to drive the left fielder, Marshall, all the way to the warning track. He's not able to make the catch. It falls between Marshall and Brand. Now we got all kinds of base running blunders. As Gottesman was holding up to make sure that ball was caught. It's going to turn into one of the longest singles you're ever going to see.
Yes. I mean, it looked like it was going out. Talk about the wind. I mean, that thing kept carrying and carrying and carrying. And we're going to have a talk. The umpire's going to confer
Coach
with
Morrison
out there. And
going to wonder if one of the base runners perhaps cross paths, which would be an out. So it'll be a 2 RBI single for Davis. 2 runs in. Gottesman will be the runner at second base. I don't know. Did you see Davis?
I didn't see him pass him.
Gottesman there?
Maybe we can take a look and see on a replay if there was any of that going on. Let's see here. Now, again, first of all, this is a major jack. I mean, this ball I thought was headed out. So there's 1 run in, no problem there. Moving forward, however, I'm not sure if we've got it, but I don't think he passed him, but certainly Davis was 3/4 of the way to second. I do know that. When I looked, he started scampering back to first because Gottesman was still on second himself. So players are talking about it, umpires are talking about it, and broadcasters are talking about it. And I don't think anybody knows what happened.
And they're not going to change the call. Because if Davis were to have passed Gottesman, he would have been out.
Right. Yes, indeed. Well, that happened to Kim in the Tiger game the other night. His first home run. Gleyber Torres was on second, I think, and doing the trot thing, and Kim was running so fast
yes.
around the bases. He almost passed Gleyber. Gleyber had to turn around and hold him up.
Well, we will get into a base running blunder perhaps later on in this broadcast. Call that a tease in the business, as there's a pitch misses outside. 2 balls, no strike, the count on the third baseman, Liam McDonald. Donald looking for his first hit in this series. 0 for 2 yesterday at the plate for the third baseman. Goes down, follows that one straight back. So 2 runs in for the Maples, just 1 out. 2 runners on. Gottesman, the base runner at second base. Nick Davis, after the single, occupies first base. Breaking ball, weighted out by McDonald, shoots it down the left field line. That's going to be up against the wall. The Maples have certainly brought out their hitting shoes, and Gottesman again had to be held at third as he didn't get much of a secondary lead off of second base and was waiting once again for that ball to perhaps be caught by Marshall out in left field.
Well, Marshall did a good job at decoying. I didn't think he had a shot at catching it. If anything, it looked like it was going to go foul. Instead, it stays fair and is up against the wall for yet another very long single.
Incredible.
I mean, we've seen some big pops off these Seaholm bats early, and they were really only getting a base at a time here.
4 singles to go along with a walk, has plated 2. Bases loaded now for the shortstop, Jack Zimmer. Zimmer was in the 2-hole yesterday, moved down to 7th in the lineup here this afternoon. Had an 0 for 3 performance yesterday at the plate. Blanchard not fooling anyone here in the early goings. In the windup once again, Smith brings that baseball back into the strike zone. Good frame job there by the catcher. That art has suddenly disappeared in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, right.
Can't steal a strike anymore. Blanchard comes home, misses up and in, evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corner infielders playing a step or 2 inside the bag. Middle infielders at double play depth.
They'll come home on a grounder. But this
There's
is not a
another long
grounder.
fly ball. This time Aiden Marshall camps under it, makes the catch. Runner tags up for third, but will not come home. Really well done there by the left fielder Aiden Marshall. Gottesman didn't want to test out his arm and will stay at third.
Well, he might have made it. The throw is a little bit up first base line. Hindsight, right? But Blanchard is hanging in there, and if they can get out of this inning with just allowing 2 runs, that would be huge for Groves.
Same sort of story from yesterday, and saw the Seaholm Maples jump out to a 2-0 lead. Groves yesterday was able to answer with 2 of their own in the bottom half of the first inning. So to leave things up to Aaron Vandermark, the right fielder. 0 for 3 yesterday. Waits out this pitch. Grounds one to the second baseman, Sebastian Shorter. Had a bit of a bobble. Now the second runner is going to come home. A little bit of insult to injury there. Can't give Vandermark RBIs. We're going to call it an error on the second baseman, Shorter. And it'll allow 2 runs to score. That's going to be a 2-run error on the second baseman.
Yeah, that's a tough play. Looked like it was, it was kind of a little bit of a dribbler to him. He waited on it rather than playing it, but he had to because we'll see the runner was crossing past the path of the ball. And here you see Seaholm runners aplenty coming across home plate to add the 3rd and 4th runs of the game.
So now all of a sudden runners on the corners with 2 down. So Blanchard might have thought he got out of this inning by just giving up 2. Instead, the error allows 2 additional Maple runners to score. Blanchard comes home with it, fouled straight back. Umpire tried to make a play. Came up empty.
Sebastian kind of let it play him a little bit. He booted it slightly, but he did recover. Only problem was his throw to first was in the, well, it's not in the dirt, is it? It's in the ground. and they were not able to get that out.
Runner takes off. Blanchard's going to deflect this ball, and that ball's going to end up in shallow right field. So the Maples end up batting around here in the top half of the first inning. They've added on a 5th run, as we'll call it an RBI single for Casey Getz.
Well, it never rains but it pours, and this was nothing fancy, just kind of a comebacker to the mound. Little bit to the right of the mound. Blanchard got his glove on it. Sebastian out of position, going to second to see if he could get a force over there.
Good pitch. Get him.
And when he did, the ball went into right field. So we got a stolen base here now for Seaholm.
Putting Getz in motion, give him the stolen base. Now puts 2 men in scoring position. Maples have hung up a crooked number here in the top of the first inning. Leadoff man Patrick Hughes, second time at the plate already in this inning. He flew out to the center fielder Ryan Brand to lead off the baseball game, and since then has watched his teammates have all kinds of fun. 5 hits already in this inning.
Yeah, Seaholm, they didn't appreciate losing yesterday. Apparently they've come in with fire today, and they're hitting the ball over the yard.
A little bit of a nubber and over Shorter's head, and this will plate 2. Wow.
Holy cow, they can't seem to, well, it's that third out, right, Brad? And they've been stuck on 2 for quite a few batters at this point, and it's just not, it's not working for the defense at the moment or the pitching. We might be seeing an early pitching change here.
Assistant coach Kyle Stratton makes the slow walk out to the mound. The entire infield defense going to join him. This appears to be a bit more of a pep talk than anything, as this first inning has certainly unraveled for the Falcons.
Yeah, and it was innocent enough. They definitely got some solid hits, but some of these have just been positioning issues and booting a couple, and these things happen at times in the game of baseball. But 7 big runs for Seaholm, and they're maybe not done yet.
Keegan Jordan already 1 for 1 with a run scored in this inning. Blanchard comes home and misses up.
Good pitch.
Misses up and in this time. Runs the count to 2 balls, no strikes to the catcher, Keegan Jordan. Jordan on base 3 separate times yesterday. Runner takes off for second. Smith.
There you go.
Throw right on the money to cut down Hughes trying to steal, but the damage done. The Seaholm Maples plate 7 runs. Falcons coming to bat, looking to cut in to this early 7-0 lead.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
Welcome back. Continuing coverage here on BACB Sports. Let's meet the starting lineup now for the Falcons. Leading things off will be the catcher, Carlos Smith. Batting second, the first baseman, Darren Kazaa. Batting third, the shortstop, Michael West. Cleaning up will be the pitcher, Andrew Blanchard. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Sebastian Shorter. Batting sixth will be the designated hitter, PJ Kamor. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Joseph West. Batting eighth and playing left field, Aiden Marshall. And batting ninth will be the center fielder, Ryan Brand. Seaholm defense, starting with the infield. Playing third will be Liam McDonald. At shortstop, Jack Zimmer. At second base, Casey Getz. And at first base, Brandon Gettesman. The outfield defense for the Maples. In left field, Ethan DeWolf. In center field, Patrick Hughes. And in right field, Aaron Vandemark. Ian Everett will be the starting pitcher this afternoon for the Maples, and Keegan Jordan will be his backstop. Ian Everett getting the start here, Andy, on the mound.
Yeah, and his job will be to close the door and hold a 7-run lead, which sounds easy on the surface, but baseball's a funny game, Brad. You never know.
Everett, wasting no time, comes home and delivers a strike. Quickly gets back up on that rubber. He is wasting no
He's
time.
ready to go. No pitch clock. Doesn't matter if there was one. He's in fast motion.
Snaps off a big breaking ball there that bent in the opposite batter's box. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Carlos Smith. Another breaking ball had Carlos Smith bending out of the way. That's how good that Uncle Charlie was.
Yeah, that thing came around. That's a bender there. Big banana ball.
Carlos Smith, sort of the table setter for this Sean Morrison offense. Talked about it yesterday, how rare it is to see a catcher in the leadoff spot, but he's a high on-base percentage guy. Batting average coming around 237, has a home run to go along with 7 RBI. Pops this one up center of the infield. The shortstop, Jack Zimmer, battles the wind, but puts it in his back pocket for out number 1.
Yeah, this one was very, very high sky ball, but, you know, the wind, I'm guessing, pushes it around a little bit, but a nice catch. We'll see it here. Smith pops it up, and
Kaza swings through the first pitch. Breaking ball misses up and away.
that breaking ball breaks, but not that much.
Some sort of bird of prey circling around out in center field there, Andy.
It's a Falcon, we're told.
Kaza, shallow fly ball in and out of the glove of the left fielder Ethan DeWolf, and routine fly balls are going to be an issue this afternoon.
There is no such thing as a routine fly ball today. I mean, it is breezy out there. And Exhibit A right there, and we already saw a couple tricky ones in the top half of the inning as well.
Call it a base hit, or you want to call it an error on the left fielder?
Well, how much do you put wind into the equation?
Well, it hit his glove.
If it hits your glove, you should be able to make a catch, right?
So we'll call it an error.
Oh, look out. We got a balk. Huh. You don't see that many balks called, you know? Remember for a few years ago, they were calling them every 5 minutes, it seemed like, in the majors. I'm not sure what he did, and I don't know if we have it, but he must have either come to the set position and stepped off the rubber, because they
he did it again.
Another one.
He's not coming to a complete set is his issue.
Let's see it here. Yeah, well, he starts into his motion, and then he kind of hesitates for a split second, which you can't do.
Now he's going to go to the full windup. The infield defense playing in, trying to cut down on the runner at home plate. With the 7-run lead, normally you'd see an infield defense just kind of concede that run.
Right.
But Seaholm's going to not give up anything here this afternoon.
They're holding on to the shutout.
Michael West puts a hand straight up into the air.
The balls are all coming inside. They called that last one a strike. Seemed like it was in about the same spot as all of them.
This time West singles to right field. RBI single for Michael West, and the Falcons now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, nice shot by West. He just goes with the pitch and doesn't try to do too much. Just pops it over second base. We'll see it here. And the first run of the game comes across for the Falcons.
So Andrew Blanchard now at the plate. The pitcher.
Help yourself, Andrew.
Pitch missing low and away. Blanchard, 364 average coming into play this week. 9 RBIs. Had a pretty good day yesterday, 1 for 3. Strike call. So Ian Everett slowed down just a bit when he's in this stretch. Hasn't had a balk call since the back-to-back balk
Yeah,
calls.
he hasn't had a balk call in over 4 pitches.
Yeah, he's much more deliberate now working out of that stretch. No quick pitches.
No quick pitch. You can't do that either.
Blanchard, another one of these Groves Falcons that really crowds the plate. There's the breaking ball, and absolutely froze Blanchard there as he goes down looking. First strikeout of the ball game for Ian Everett.
Now batting for the Falcons, the second baseman, number 7, Sebastian Shorter.
Brings up Sebastian Shorter. Checks his swing. No offer there out of the second baseman. Sebastian Shorter, our BACB Sports Player of the Game yesterday for his pitching performance.
Yeah, he calmed things down nicely for Groves in there. Those middle innings, he didn't allow very much.
Five runs yesterday on 6 hits, 4 walks for the Maple offense.
Yeah, it was the last inning that Seaholm really kicked up their heels on the scoreboard. But up until then, they were struggling to score runs. They did plate 3, if I'm not mistaken, in that last inning. And it's that last out, Brad. It's always the tough one.
And Miles Rontal came in relief. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here. Bottom of the first inning. So glad you decided to tune us in on BACB Sports. Shorter laces one into left center. Good clean single, the second hit of the inning for the Groves Falcons.
Now batting for the Falcons, the designated hitter, number 13, B.J. Comer.
This is just a kind of a looper over short, nothing too fancy, but keeps the parade of runners on the base paths for Groves here with 2 outs, bottom half of the first.
DH P.J. Comer at the plate. Had one of the bigger hits of the ball game yesterday in a pinch hit roll. Came in and picked up his second double of the season.
Yeah, he sent that ball deep yesterday. And
Sebastian Shorter gonna have to tie his shoe over there at first base. So you come up with a clutch hit in yesterday's ball game, you get inserted right into the lineup. See how that works?
hey, it's a meritocracy, right?
And Infield defense trying to keep Michael West honest over there. Comer offers at that pitch. Boy, oh boy, that was a good off-speed pitch. Got Comer fishing. Two runners on, two away. Everett. Got him. Excessive window shopping there by Comer. Second strikeout of the inning for Ian Everett. After one inning of play, Seaholm Maples lead the Groves Falcons 7-1.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
2-3-4 to bat here for the Seaholm Maples, top of the second inning. Keegan Jordan, the catcher. Andrew Blanchard back to work for Groves. Misses away with that first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Jordan. Jordan Tapper. Going to be a tough play. Third baseman Joseph West comes over, throws across the diamond to cut down Keegan Jordan. 1 up, 1 away.
He cut right in front of his brother over there. I'm sure they're going to have words later.
Now batting for the Maples.
But the play was smooth, and he had a nice job. That was his ball. He had it all the way. Nice throw over to first.
Ian Everett, 1 for 1, single, run scored. Off-speed pitch has him out in front. Whoa. It's unfair when pitchers have that good of off-speed stuff. You go up there, right, anticipating fastball, and then the plane goes out the window. A big, tall lefty's got an off-speed pitch like that. Ball bounces up. Smith got beat up a little bit yesterday in that ball game behind the plate. Took a foul ball off the forearm.
Another one off his hand. I mean, he was probably feeling it today.
Right back in there today. Short hop to Michael West. Plenty of time to cut down Ian Everett. 2 up, 2 down. This would be huge if Andrew Blanchard can bounce back and get a quick inning here in the second.
Yeah, that does a lot for everybody. His confidence, the team behind him, after what went down that first inning, he'd feel awfully good to get out of this with a 1-2-3.
Gottesman walked and scored in that crazy first inning. Off speed again by Blanchard. Pitch on the outer black by Blanchard. That's just dotting an I. Blanchard giving the Maples a little taste of their own medicine as he quickly comes home. Misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on the first baseman, Gottesman. Gottesman rolls one to the second baseman, Shorter. Shorter charges, scoops, and will throw over to Kazaa for the 1-2-3 inning. A ground out to the third baseman, a ground out to the shortstop, a ground out to the second baseman. Infield defense solid. That half inning for the Falcons will come to bat, trailing 7-1.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Home half of the second inning. It'll be the lower third of the Falcon lineup to bat here. Joseph West, the third baseman, to lead things off.
And West number's 27. Brad, have you ever noticed how the players all have a number?
I have noticed that, yes, Andy. It
Yes, that's
makes
right.
it easy for us to recognize who they are.
It helps a lot, but there was a time in baseball when they did not wear numbers. Maybe
Right.
you were aware of that?
Yep, Ty Cobb does not have a number up on the
That's right.
board at at Comerica Park.
And do you know the first team to start using numbers?
I'm going to guess the New York Yankees.
That is correct. And they were also coordinated by their spot in the lineup.
Hence why
So
Babe Ruth,
Ruth was number 3. That's right. Ah, geez, I can't stump you at all.
Can't sneak that off-speed
He's
stuff
one of these
past me.
baseball savants, you know. But, yeah, it's sort of one of those tidbits of the evolution of the game. And I think Yankees are going to have to start going to 3 numbers with all they've
Retired number.
retired, yeah. Base hit for West. The West family tradition continues.
Joseph, just the freshman, played football, played basketball for his father, and I asked his father, Mark, yesterday, I said, well, what's Joseph like playing the most? And he says, well, right now it's baseball.
Yeah, right. Check back in the fall, right? Or in the winter.
Hayden Marshall, the left fielder, and it's going to be another balk, and Ian Everett wants some sort of explanation, and I don't know if he's going to get one from the home plate umpire. Now he's maybe seeking counsel from his coaching staff. Let's see if our microphone can pick it up. Maybe not.
This is really unusual. You don't necessarily see this very often, like ever.
So there he comes to his pause. Misses low.
Not another one.
No, we had timeout called by Marshall at the
I was gonna
plate.
say, this is getting ridiculous.
I was getting ready to say no. I didn't see anything there, but foul tip into the glove of Keegan Jordan. Does have a bit. Ian Everett does have a bit of a hitch.
Yeah, I think that's just part of his delivery, but it's been the times he's gotten called for the balks have been just a little more.
Runner takes off for third, and throw's not going to be in time.
Yeah, but you know these pauses have been just a little bit too pronounced for the home plate umpire's liking, and he's keeps calling a balk on him, which doesn't really hurt Seaholm much yet on the scoreboard. I say yet, but you can't give too many free bases up, and it was sort of the downfall of both teams in one way or another yesterday.
So Aiden Marshall has now worked the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Joseph West 90 feet away. Breaking ball. Marshall, no shot. Swings through it. 3rd strikeout already for Everett.
And this was that was filthy, and he had kind of tied him up in knots.
A lot more confident and precise throwing out of the windup. And boy, a very generous strike call there by the home plate umpire. Ryan Brand, the center fielder, big high leg kick. Used as a timing mechanism. Good look there at the center fielder, Brand. Slightly open stance. There's that leg kick. Follows this one straight back.
Kind of like Sadawaharu O.
Well, I was kind of thinking Ichiro Suzuki, but
Yeah.
yeah, we're on the same wavelength.
Good eye. Go Bland.
Got to make sure you get that front foot down, though.
Yeah, it generates a little more power that way.
There's a good breaking ball that apparently missed out of the zone. Ian Everett can't believe it. Now he is seeking explanation from the home plate umpire. He's going to get, has said, well, a little high maybe, and Brand goes down swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Everett. leave things up now to the catcher, Carlos Smith.
Now batting for the Falcons, the catcher, number 6, Carlos Smith.
Breaking ball is really good this afternoon.
Yeah, those are, it's coming across the plate nicely for him.
And you know he's feeling it because he has not been afraid to throw it.
No,
for the first pitch,
since
too.
The very first pitch of the game. Exactly.
Not too often you start an at-bat with a breaking ball, and now he comes in with the high heat. Everybody out of the way, including the home plate umpire.
That one, that one didn't break.
There's the breaking ball. This time Smith waits it out. Over the head of the right fielder, Vandermark, all the way to the wall. And Carlos Smith will cruise into second base with an RBI double.
Well, this is a beautiful hit. He doesn't try to do too much with it. He just kind of flares it out to right field, and it kept running away. And now what?
Courtesy runner.
The courtesy runner. Okay.
You got a little nervous there,
I'm
didn't you?
getting jittery out here, all this going on, but the hit was solid, and they pushed their second run of the game across as a result of it. Grove's now down 7-2, edging their way back, slowly but surely.
Robert Morgan, the courtesy runner, now at second base. Kaza broke his bat. Wow. That is unbelievable.
Broken aluminum bat?
A broken aluminum bat. Literally sawed off.
That was amazing.
We'll get another look at it here.
He looked down. He looked at it like, I can't believe that happened. He slams it into the turf. And I was thinking that watching hockey the other night. It seems like they're breaking sticks. Barely anything is causing these sticks to break. Now, I know those are more of a carbon fiber composite material, but I mean, it's aluminum, right?
I would think so. We'll take a
Aluminum
quick break.
doesn't break, but apparently it does.
We'll figure it out. 7-2 our score after 2 innings of play.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown.
Mariella!
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Well, Andy Aubrey, they say you go to enough baseball games, you're bound to see something you've never seen in your life, and we certainly saw something there in that last half of the inning. A broken bat in high school baseball.
A BACB Sports first. When they're having firsts all over the place here.
7-2 our score. Maples at the plate, top half of the third inning. So glad you decided to tune us in. Two rival schools will meet each other 3 times this week. Straight away center field. Normally you'd say that's a can of corn for the center fielder Ryan Brand, but nothing has been easy this afternoon.
Nope, and we look at that flag out there in center. It's still blowing out to right, so everything's going to kind of ease over that way, but he does a nice job of camping under it. The old one-hander.
Blanchard now has retired 4 in a row, and more than likely this will be 5 in a row. This is Sebastian Shorter from his second base position to make the catch. So 5 in a row now set down for Andrew Blanchard, and through these first 2 games, that is quite the accomplishment. We have not seen many 1-2-3 innings.
Right. Yeah, the wounds are healing for the Falcons here, this inning at least so far, after a nightmarish first inning for them.
Jack Zimmer at the plate, swings through the 1-0 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count. Aaron Vandemark waits on deck, hoping to hit. Blanchard out of the windup, misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on the shortstop. Looking ahead to the home half of the third, it'll be 3-4-5, the heart of that Falcon lineup coming to bat. So they try to work themselves back into this ball game. Spotted the Maples 7 runs in a very wacky first inning of play.
Good pitch.
Zimmer swings and misses. Full count.
Yeah, Blanchard's grooving now. You can tell he's got some confidence he didn't have in that first inning.
Misses low, issues the base on balls to Zimmer, so Vandemark will bat. He reached on an error that kept that inning alive.
Now batting for the Maples, the right fielder, number 22, Aaron.
As Seaholm pushed across 7 runs on just 6 hits. And Blanchard actually throws behind Vandemark this time. Smith's throw not in time. Nice job by Michael West backing up the throw, prevented that ball from sailing into center field.
Yeah, I thought that hit him, but it actually went behind him.
So that puts a runner now in scoring position. Blanchard holds the baseball behind his back. Looks back at Zimmer, comes home with it, and misses up. That would have been a strike yesterday.
Yes, that's for sure. Everything was a strike yesterday.
Blanchard misses up and in. 3 balls, no strikes. So after setting down 5 in a row, now all of a sudden some command issues. See if Vandemark's taking here all the way on the 3-0. He in fact does. Vandemark does not agree with that call. Gets a bit of a shake of the head. Gets back in that right-hand batter's box. Aiden Marshall, left fielder, awfully deep. Pops straight up. This is going to be playable. Sebastian Shorter backtracking. His right fielder, Nolan Davis, comes in to back him up. But Shorter makes the catch. Second put out of the inning for the second baseman, Shorter. Seaholm threatens but does not score, but they still lead it 7-2.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Michael West, Andrew Blanchard, Sebastian Shorter due up here in the home half of the third inning. And Michael West, fabulous ball player, Andy, all-league, all-district, all-region last year. Was our BACB Sports Player of the Game in last season's lone contest between these two teams. A 6-0 victory for the Falcons. Michael West pitched an absolute gem in that game, that one-hit shutout victory.
Yeah, good athlete, good family with the skills across the spectrum of different sports.
I think Michael will pitch Thursday's game. Worked himself into a terrific hitter's count here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Everett comes home with it. West slashes it foul.
And Brad, I'm looking down the line here behind the Seaholm dugout. We've got a circle of hacky sack players.
That's right up your alley,
It's
isn't
good
it?
to see. Oh, absolutely. In the 80s, we were all about it. Absolutely all about it.
West goes down and gets it. Lines it into left field for a lead-off single. 2 for 2 now for Michael West.
The thing about these guys playing, though, they're playing in bare feet and socks, which is really hard. I mean, I needed to have, you go with the high-top basketball shoes. A lot easier. Bigger surface to hit off of.
Well, why don't you go down there and tell them?
I might. I just might.
Breaking ball misses up and into Andrew Blanchard. Was a strikeout victim back in the first. So this Groves team won their 8th district championship a season ago with a 6-1 win over Royal Oak. There's the Hacky Sackers. Birkenstocks and flip-flops are off.
Yeah, I can't imagine playing in those Uggs.
West kind of.
Bet you couldn't do that again if you tried it. Hit the pole, hit the light standard pole.
So West broke for second, kind of peeled off, slammed down the brakes. Blanchard fouled that pitch off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Same sort of idea. So we mentioned that 6-1 win over Royal Oak in the district championship a season ago. Eventually lost to UAD Jesuit in the regional semifinals. The district is already set. District 24 will be hosted by Brother Rice and will take place on May 26th through the 30th as Blanchard slow roller to the shortstop Zimmer. Only going to have 1 play at first base. Big wide turn by Michael West at second base, and he will scamper back.
It's not a bad play, actually. He had to come in. This is where the friendly surface of this artificial conglomeration of synthetic materials is a nice true bounce.
So North Farmington will play Seaholm in the first round, and the winner of that game will then play Brother Rice, who received the bye into the semifinals, and Groves and Southfield Arts and Technology will play in the other semifinal.
Let's go, Bash. Let's go, buddy.
Pretty loaded district. Some pretty good baseball powers within that district. See all the 8 yellow flags out there on the right field fence for Groves. That's all their district championships. The green ones are the league championships. Haven't had a league championship, Andy, since 2017.
Yeah, they're due.
Both of these teams playing out of the OAA blue this year. Shorter up the middle. Going to be a tough play for Zimmer. Ranges over to his left side. Big scoop attempt there by the first baseman, Gottesman, who held on to the baseball somehow.
And also kept his foot on the bag somehow, did he not? Apparently not. He's pulled him off. And so they're going to give him first base. There's banners you alluded to, Brad, with all the league championships, district championships.
Now batting for the Falcons. Designated hitter number 13.
Beautiful facility here at Groves.
Well, I really marvel at what they did inside, too, regarding that auxiliary gym and
batting cage
oh my
indoors.
Gosh, it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful.
You almost feel like you're on a college campus
Yeah,
in terms
that's
of
what
the
comes to
athletic
mind.
facilities here. Yep.
Correct.
And Seaholm as well, of course.
They do, yeah.
Just the fine little details different between the two diamonds. Gotta love that Falcon logo on the infield grass just behind pitcher's mound. Told they kind of vacuumed the carpet this afternoon prior to the start of tonight's game. Just for us, I was
did?
told.
Oh, that's great.
To make it pop on TV.
And it
Andy.
does. It looks great on TV.
PJ Kjammer, DH swings and misses. Quickly in a 1-ball, 2-strike hole. Nope, he's going to go down swinging. Missed a strike there, Andy.
Okay.
Now batting for the Falcons, the third baseman, number 27.
5th strikeout of the game now for Everett.
We're too busy talking about their beautiful field, right?
Yeah. Caught daydreaming.
I guess. Well, baseball can do that to you.
Leave things up now to Joseph West with 2 down. A couple big runners on base here for the Falcons. These are some real valuable runs as they find themselves trailing 7-2. West shakes his head no. Terrific eye. He's got that back foot all the way on the chalk line of the batter's box. Has the toes up on the chalk. He's getting every inch of that box that he can. This might be an instance there where they're kind of pitching around Joseph West.
Maybe. Yeah, I didn't give him too much to hit there.
The old unintentional, intentional walk, perhaps.
That's all well and good, but now the bases are loaded. Still 2 outs. See what Marshall can do for them.
Number 3, Aiden Marshall.
So Aiden Marshall now, the 8th place batter. Coach Sean Morrison's lineup, an opportunity here with the bases loaded. Michael West down at third. Sebastian Shorter, the runner at second base. Joseph West down at first. Marshall looks at a called strike. Marshall fouls it away.
Just kind of fought that one off.
Saw a rarity in a baseball game last week in the Major League Baseball. A runner scored 2 runs without seeing a pitch. I'll tell you how that happened. He came in as a pinch runner as Marshall goes down swinging. So he comes in as a pinch runner and scores.
Yeah.
And his lone plate appearance was intentionally walked. And because of the new intentional walk rule, he never had to even see a pitch. And he eventually came around and scored as Marshall goes down swinging. 6th strikeout for Ian Everett. We played 3. Seaholm leads it 7-2.
It's something about having that piece of paper. Some people think that's worth more than my skills.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
You just gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Analytics and empathy. That's how I've gained clients.
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
Moving right along, 4th inning here from Beverly Hills, Michigan. Maples in front 7-2. Casey gets the 9th place batter to lead things off. 9-1-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. Grounder to the third baseman, Joseph West. A little short crow hop and sailed the throw over Kaz's head at first base. Boy, oh boy. Here's come back to hunt teams.
Yeah, West wants that one back. It was, he had plenty of time. He just kind of gathered himself, made the throw, but it sailed high, and Getz is on first now.
Now batting for the Maples.
Another look at it here.
Patrick Hughes.
It seemed like his feet were not particularly set when he threw it.
Yeah, his arms sort of outraced his feet, right? So the bunt attempt, Blanchard fields his position well. That'll go down as a sacrifice.
Yeah, that ball almost popped up, and he could have caught it on the fly, but it came up just a little short. Looked like Blanchard might have slipped on some of that ground-up rubber as he was attempting to field it, but he still did his job.
Keegan Jordan, 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. And Everett, the pitcher, waits on deck. 1 away now after the sacrifice bunt by Patrick Hughes. Blanchard, the lefty, misses outside. Put the runner in motion. Pitch goes all the way to the backstop. Wild pitch will allow Casey Getz to get over to third base. Sort of add-on runs here that are huge. Falcons left 2 men on base in their last half inning. And now Andrew Blanchard trying to work his way out of a jam. And not going to be able to do it. Clean single up the middle. Keegan Jordan, RBI single. The error will come, in fact, to bite the Falcons. As Casey Getz scores.
It's a good piece of hitting. Just a solid single straight up the middle. That runner on third off. Base pass across home for Seaholm's 8th run of this game.
Everett 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. Also grounded out to the shortstop Michael West. 1 for 3 yesterday. So now 2 for 5. Runner takes off. Shorter slaps the tag on, and they cannot get him. It's a stolen base for the courtesy runner. Nice job by our BACB Sports cameras. Give a shout out to our director this afternoon, Jason Radulski. Making sure we look and sound good.
Yeah, he does. He's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, he sure does. It's a tough sport to cover. Got as many cameras as we possibly can here this afternoon. Hoping we are doing an adequate job of bringing you today's action.
Well, we did get a compliment on yesterday's broadcast. I'm never one shy of blowing my own horn over here. Oh, nice pitch.
Swing and a miss by Everett.
There was some talk that we're better than MLB Network.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I'm not sure who heard. Somebody said that.
Everett, ooh, boy. Couldn't tuck that one inside the third base bag. Good piece of hitting. Blanchard takes a deep breath, comes home with the pitch, bounces it up there. Runner takes off for third. Let's see, quick snap tag. No, sir.
Now batting for the Maples, the first baseman, number 2, Brandon Gottesman.
No, that's for Lonnie down there. He's a speedster. He's taking a couple extra bases out there. And they find themselves in scoring position again.
Boy, oh boy, the Grove softball team has exploded. 13-1, they lead it. Foul ball down the first baseline. They're taking on North Farmington, so athletic facilities here at Birmingham Grove is packed.
Yeah.
Beautiful day for baseball and softball. That's what it's all about in the state of Michigan.
Sure is.
That's why we put up with those negative temperatures and feet of snow throughout the winter for days like this.
Yeah, especially this winter. This one was trying and taxing.
Because it hit us so early, too.
Ugh, yeah, it was relentless.
No balls, 2 strikes to count. Runners on the corners. Now Blanchard's going to step off the rubber, take a little bit of a trip behind the mound. He's going to regather his thoughts. Steps back up, holds the baseball behind his back, comes to the letters, sets. Comes home with the 0-2, runner in motion once again. Shallow fly ball. Aiden Marshall not going to have a play. Watches it bounce in front of him. And it'll be an RBI single for the cleanup hitter, Brandon Gottesman.
Well, still plenty of baseball to be played here today, but Seaholm has come out with a different purpose today.
You mentioned yesterday these two teams you thought were fairly evenly matched. There was one or two plays in that game yesterday that were the difference.
Yeah, I mean, both teams had their problems in the first inning. Ended up 2-2 after those early.
Another hard hit ball to straightaway center field. Ryan Brand comes in full stride to make the catch.
Groves kind of settled down.
Now batting for the Maples.
Scored some runs. Seaholm was toothless mid-game, but they really came on strong at the end, especially that last inning. He made everybody around these Groves parts a little nervous, but they were able to close the deal. Now today it seems like a different Maple squad.
Yep, certainly came out firing right from the get-go. Plated 7 runs in the top of the first inning. Did get some help via the error that kept the inning alive. There's another clean single into right field. 1 run will score. And the Maples just continue to pour it on offensively.
Yeah, they're not letting up off the gas. This has been, a hitting clinic for them so far today. And I think we're going to have another little conference at the mound. Not sure how much longer they're going to ride with Blanchard. Uh-oh.
Yeah, field out.
He's yelling into the Seaholm dugout.
Had some marching orders for the Maples.
It's a sportsmanship thing, you know?
So 10-2 now our score. So Maples have added on 3 runs here in the 4th. And the home plate umpire, thanks Kyle Stratton, the assistant coach for Groves, has had enough time at the mound. Stratton's going to give him a gift of a baseball in return.
Now batting for the Maples, the shortstop, number 9,
Jack Zimmer, 0 for 1, flew out to the left fielder in the first, walked in the third. And he's going to fly one out to left field again. This time it's going to bounce in front of Marshall once again. So the wheels just keep on churning for the Maples offense. Boy, oh boy, they just continue to pound the baseball.
And here comes Morrison. I think it's going to be it for Blanchard's day now.
And they want the lefty. So while they make this pitching change, we'll take a quick break here on BACB Sports. We'll introduce you to the relief pitcher. That's next.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
So in fact, it'll be a righty, the freshman Callan Francisco in relief. 7 innings pitched, making his 3rd appearance of the year. No wins, no losses. He's given up 9 runs on the season, 4 of which were earned, 3 strikeouts, and just 1 base on balls. So Coach Morrison said he had a good group of freshmen, and we're seeing one here on the mound in relief for Andrew Blanchard, who ends up going 3 2/3 of an inning.
Yeah, Blanchard had a couple good innings. He settled things down after the big first inning for Seaholm, where they scored 7 runs. And second and third, he kept him off the board, but Seaholm has once again exploded 4 more runs this inning here in the 4th. They're not done yet, 2 outs, but they will come back with runners at first and second. Freshman, huh? Well, the future's bright then, right?
So it'll be Aaron Vandermark to greet him. Where's Double Deuces, the right fielder, will be the 9th Maple to bat now in this inning. So for the second time in 4 innings, Seaholm will bat around.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. Oh, that's a how do you do kind of a plunk right in the back by Vandermark. He felt that one. Watch it here. Ooh, got him right in the old posterior, so hopefully that's not too painful. But it never feels good, nonetheless. Now we got bases loaded. Seaholm is threatening to really blow this thing wide open.
Making a mess of my scorecard here. Crossing out innings. So bases loaded now for Casey Getz. Been on base twice, singled and scored in the first. Reached on an error by the third baseman Joseph West in the fourth. He led off this inning, came around to score. So second at bat of this inning now for Getz. Mercy rule, Andy, is double digits. It's a 10-run lead after 5 innings.
Right. Yep.
So I haven't quite reached that
well,
yet.
They're going to have it after this.
Joseph West makes an effort, comes up empty. RBI single for Casey Getz.
Getz kind of a seeing eye grounder between short and third. I talked to him before the game. He's a baseball lifer kind of guy. Nice kid. And he just got himself an RBI.
Second RBI of the ball game. So we've reached the run rule margin, but we still have to play inning and a half of baseball. So Falcons will have their opportunities to reduce that margin. Off throw behind the runner. Not much going there. Michael West late to get over to second base. Just keeping the runner honest over there.
Yeah, I was holding my breath on that one. It looked like the ball might have headed in center field, but West did come over to field it.
Strike at the letters. Patrick Hughes sacrifice bunted in this inning. 1 for 2 otherwise. Nice bounce back effort by the Seaholm Maples. Kind of feel like they picked up some momentum late in that ball game yesterday and carried it over to play here today.
Maybe that's what happened. You know, that's possible. They say momentum doesn't carry. I'm not so sure.
Momentum's the next day's starting pitcher, right?
Yeah, right. I think it's 2 strikes. There we go.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Deuce is wild. Freshman Francisco, ground ball to the shortstop Michael West. Going to have to go across the diamond. Going to have to hurry, and they're going to call him safe. Now all kinds of base runner confusion.
Oh,
we got 2 base runners at third base. Throw's going to come home to Smith, who's going to miss it. Francisco covering home, and boy, oh boy, Coach Morrison's not going to be happy with the execution here.
No, that's wheels coming off in all directions there. That was fundamental baseball. It was not. And Seaholm's piling it on now.
There's always going to be a tough play for Michael West. Hughes has speed in that leadoff position. There's a bang-bang play at first.
The catcher, number 10, Keegan Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, he made the throw. He fielded it cleanly, got it across, but just a little bit short.
Another base hit. Plates gets. And they're going to call Patrick Hughes out at the plate. So Keegan Jordan picks up the RBI single.
Oh, and he's been thrown out of the game. Number 1 has just been tossed. That is
Patrick
Hughes.
Hughes.
He must have said something to the umpire that the umpire did not like because he just tossed him. And now Mike's going to go over there and have a word and figure out what happened.
Coach Nautigal having a discussion with the home plate umpire after ejecting Patrick Hughes. That's going to be a big blow. Hughes is unavailable. So 7 runs in the first, 7 runs now in the fourth. 14-2 our score. We'll come back with the bottom of the fourth inning with the Falcons in desperate need of some offense.
Bloomfield Township Senior Services promotes wellness and strengthens the community through social connections, fitness classes, aquatics, day trips, and more. Our staff is here to serve you, offering lifelong learning and interactive opportunities for residents age 50 and above. Invest in your vitality with us. Follow us to learn more and stay up to date. We look forward to meeting you.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Maples in front now 14-2. Been a wacky day at the ballpark.
I didn't see this one coming, Brad. No, these two teams yesterday, they fought tooth and nail, and 8-5 final today, things completely turned on their head, and we've even had an injection. Patrick Hughes was sent to the showers early by the home plate umpire for something he said after he came home. I'm not sure what his beef would have been. He was out by a mile trying to score on that last base hit. And he slid in head first. And Smith put the tag on him. Well done, all good there, and which was the third out of the inning, by the way. However, something that was uttered, maybe the magic word, we don't know, but home plate umpire gave him the heave-ho, and so Hughes will be out for the rest of this game, which may not last more than another inning and a half, depending on how many Groves can get back. We're at the mercy rule threshold almost here with 14-2, 12-run lead. If it's 10 or more, as Brad told us earlier, after the fifth inning, they will call the game.
Dylan Furlani will replace Patrick Hughes out in center field. Just had a brief shot there of Patrick. Just making his way to the parking lot here.
Looking a bit dejected.
Well, Andy, the game of baseball lends itself to nicknames.
That's true.
I thought, well, let's talk about the top 10 baseball nicknames. This is according to ESPN.
Okay.
Number 10, Walter Big Train Johnson.
Walter Johnson, yeah.
Yep,
Big
Washington
Train. Did
Senators.
not realize that was his nickname.
110 shutouts for the Big Train. It's most ever in MLB history. He had 417 wins, which is second only to Cy Young. You familiar with Cy Young?
I'm very familiar with his work. They have a famous award they named after him.
The seventh strikeout there, Ryan Brand. So I kind of hinted at this earlier on when we had that base running blunder. Fred Bonehead Merkel, and he got his nickname Bonehead for a base running mistake he made back in 1908 as a rookie. He failed to touch second base on a walk-off single, which nullified a victory for his team. So one of the sports writers back in the day said, what a bonehead mistake that was, and it stuck.
And it stuck.
Fred Bonehead Merkel comes in at the 9th spot. You mentioned all the Yankees and their retired numbers. Well, number 5, that one's retired. That's Joe DiMaggio. He's known as the Yankee Clipper.
Or Joltin' Joe.
Or Joltin'
He
Joe.
had
Mr.
two.
Coffee, right?
Mr. Coffee,
Mr.
yes.
Marilyn Monroe, perhaps. You take your
Right.
pick. But ESPN thought Yankee Clipper was the best nickname for him.
I
and
think that's fair. Yeah,
Arch McDonald, Yankee announcer, called him the Yankee Clipper for the first time, noting that he was smooth and fast, similar to the movement and speed of a Pan Am plane, so the Yankee Clippers stuck for Joel and Joe DiMaggio. In the 7th spot there's a ground ball off the bat of Carlos Smith, and the foot race will be won by the first baseman, so that goes 3 unassisted. 2 down already for the Falcons. So number 7, Mordecai Three Fingers Brown. And this one fits because he lost 2 fingers in a farm accident. So he only had 3 fingers on his right hand, and that allowed him to throw a really nasty knuckle curve.
That doesn't seem fair.
3 Fingers Brown. He checks in at the 7th spot. The 6th spot is someone that's near and dear to Tiger fans' heart, and it's someone we've already mentioned in this broadcast. That's Ty Cobb, affectionately known as the Georgia Peach.
That's right. Yeah.
Sports writer Grantland Rice gave him that nickname. Not the nicest of gentlemen, apparently.
They say. I never met him.
So his demeanor not exactly peachy, but was from Georgia, so they called him the Georgia Peach. Ty Cobb never won a championship.
It's hard to believe.
So Ty Cobb, the Georgia Peach, in the 6th spot. Now the 5th spot was a guy that was originally drafted by the Montreal Expos. Randy the Big Unit Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
6'10". Had those infamous battles with Larry Walker and John Kruk. Kruk at the All-Star game. Remember when he buzzed Kruk's tower and Kruk took off his batting helmet and kind of
for sure.
did one of those. And
I also remember a bird sort of meeting its demise.
That happened as well.
It was a spring training game.
Yes, it was. Yep. Kazaa works the base on balls. First base runner here in the 4th inning for the Falcons. So Big Unit comes in at 5. Then you got Hammer and Hank Aaron in the 4th spot.
Classic.
Hammering just because of how hard he hit the ball, 755 career home runs. Now, the 3 spot belongs to Willie. Hit 'em where they ain't, Keeler.
Okay.
Also known as Wee Willie.
Wee Willie, Keeler, yep.
5 foot 4.5 inches. The half inch, very important for Wee Willie. They considered him the best contact hitter, and he was also impossible to strike out. In fact, Wee Willie only struck out once every 63 at-bats. And when you're 5 foot 4.5 inches, your strike zone's pretty small.
Yeah.
So it's got to be nearly impossible to strike out. So Wee Willie, hit him where they ain't, Keeler, comes in the 3 spot. Now, Babe Ruth, Babe obviously the nickname, but ESPN says the best nickname for Babe Ruth is the Sultan of SWAT.
Right, yes, I can see that.
The Great Bambino, perhaps, but ESPN says the Sultan of SWAT.
Okay.
And in the number 1 spot, Teddy Ballgame, Ted Williams, the nickname ESPN goes with for Ted Williams, the Splendid Splinter, due to his lean frame and arguably the greatest hitter of all time. The last major leaguer to hit over 400, 406.
And I think he
Ted
still
Williams.
holds a consecutive game hit streak, too. Was
That
it
would
like
be Joe
56?
No, it's Joe DiMaggio.
That's
56.
DiMaggio?
Yep.
Okay,
56
my bad.
for
My
DiMaggio.
bad. All right. And you talk about Wee Willie, having almost no strike zone. I remember Mickey Rivers played for the Yankees in the 70s and 80s, and he really crouched over. I mean, like tiny strike zone on this guy. Great leadoff hitter, super fast.
And West takes a big cut at that. They'll complete the strikeout via the throw down to first base. 8th strikeout of the ball game for Ian Everett. We push along to the 5th inning. Seaholm in front by 12.
Yeah, I know, but just look at that. It's so sad.
Second relief pitcher into the ball game now for the Groves Falcons. It'll be Tay McKinney.
Ty
McKinney.
Now we're cleared up on the name.
The
Okay,
correct
thank
pronunciation, Ty McKinney.
Our research staff is on their game today. Let me tell you what. We got a press box full of professionals over here.
6 innings pitched on the season, just his 3rd appearance of the year. Does come in with a 1-0 record. Andy scattered 6 hits, 11 runs, 8 of which have been earned, just 1 strikeout. And has issued 11 base on balls.
Now pitching for the Falcons, number 22, Ty McKinney.
So we gave you the top 10 list of nicknames. Want to throw in any honorable mentions? I can think of one.
Red Pop.
Chris Shelton. I was thinking, is there a better nickname for a baseball player than Mr. October?
That's a great
Reggie
one.
Jackson.
Oh, he was amazing. Yeah, he earned that. Pee Wee Reese is mentioned by our
live truck
people. I don't know. Maybe that was Pee Wee was his real name. You don't know.
You never know back in the day.
That's right. Speaking of back in the day, you know, we are, I think, privileged and honored, you'll agree, Brad, to be able to call these games on television.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's fantastic. And I got to doing my research to find out when the very first televised baseball game was. And it was on August 26, 1939.
Wow.
Okay. And television was brand new back then, which was, they were showcasing it for the World's Fair. It was in Brooklyn. So, yeah, there's been a few baseball games on TV since then.
Yeah, I should say. So Pee Wee is a nickname. Harold Peter Henry Reese.
Pee Wee's got a little bit more of a ring to it, even though it's not entirely complimentary, I suppose.
10-time All-Star for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Baseball Hall of Famer in 1984, famous as a teammate of Jackie Robinson. Had two Pudges, Rodriguez and Carlton Fisk.
We had a Pudge, that's true, yeah. Although I don't know, is Rodriguez really thought of as a Tiger? I suppose in Texas they would consider him one of theirs.
And Everett fouls it away.
Out of play. Did a little more research, discovered that in an average Major League Baseball game, they go through between 70 and 100 baseballs per game.
Talking about 10 an inning.
What happened there? Threw behind him again, huh? We've seen that a few times today.
3-4-5 to bat here in the fifth inning. Everett, Gottesman, and Davis. Another base on balls. Puts the leadoff batter on base.
Now batting for the Maples, the first baseman, number 2, Brandon Gottesman.
We have a courtesy runner down there at first.
The pitcher?
Matthew Strawn, he came into the game yesterday too.
Now running for the Maples, number 5, Matthew Strawn.
Hit him.
Boy, oh boy. Goes from bad to worse here for the Falcons. First two batters to reach base.
We'll
Get
see.
another look at it here,
It
right off
comes in, yeah, and that elbow pad.
guard.
It did its job. You could hear it all the way up here.
Nickname game is kind of lacking these days, isn't it? I'm trying to think of like a modern baseball player that has a cool nickname. They call it, you know, they like Judge All Rise, right? Aaron All Rise Judge, but that's not even like a good nickname.
Yeah, not really.
Any current Tigers have a nickname?
Now batting for the Maples, the designated hitter.
Spencer Torkelson, legend.
Torque?
Torque, I guess, yeah.
Yep, Ken Griffey Jr., Live Truck says the kid. Single into right field. They're going to hold the base runners. That's going to get all the way to the fence as it got past the right fielder, Nolan Davis. It's going to allow 2 runs to score. We'll call it a single and a two-base error. Can't even give Nick Davis an RBI.
No, it's his classic example of staying behind it, and he kind of just went down a little bit casual, and it got under his mitt and rolled all the way to the wall as Maples cycled around the bases and came home.
Say hey kid.
Say
Willie
hey
Mays.
kid. I thought of that. That's not exactly new. He's not playing today, is he? Is Willie Mays still living?
No,
he's not. But he's not been gone that long, I don't want to say. Maybe in the last 10 years?
2024.
Okay.
June of 2024. Big Poppy.
Big Poppy's a good one.
The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas.
Yeah, right.
What do we got? 16-2. Liam McDonald looking to add on to a 2-hit performance. He has a couple singles and 2 runs scored. Kenny asks for time so he can tie his shoes.
That's important.
Not a baseball nickname, but Denard Robinson was known as Shoelace.
Shoelace, yeah.
Shoeless Joe, yep. Because his shoes in spring training were too tight, or in the minor leagues. So he went barefoot once, and you do something once, Andy, and you get a nickname.
You get it hooked on you forever. Like Pee-wee or Bonehead. Well, according to AI, I just did a little poll, and Pete Alonso is known as Polar Bear.
Yeah, the Polar Bear, yeah.
Javi Baez, El Mago. Juan Soto, Childish Bambino. That's funny. And Shohei Ohtani is Showtime. Don't tell that to Patrick Kane. He thought he had that one locked up.
No outs. 7th place batter, Jack Zimmer. And McKinney failing to find the strike zone. 2 balls, no strikes to count here on Zimmer.
Well, they claim Noah Syndergaard goes by Thor.
Yeah, he does because of his hair. A line out to the left fielder.
Luis Robert Jr. is La Pantera, which stands for the Panther.
Now batting for the Maples, number 7.
Sweet Lou Whitaker.
They're not saying boo, they're saying Lou.
Yeah, they're not booing. They're saying do Mars or Lou Whitaker.
Director Jason Rodolsky likes the crime dog, Fred McGriff.
Yeah.
Former first baseman for the
good one.
Braves. Chopper to the second baseman. No play for Shorter. Nick Davis crosses home.
Now batting for the Maples, the second baseman, number 21, Casey Getz.
Well, you're in a bit of a blowout when the live truck sends in
Yes.
requests.
You can tell.
Suggestion was made that maybe perhaps Kirby Puckett's name wasn't really Kirby, but in fact it was. Going down and getting it. Line shot into the glove of Shorter. Tosses over to first base to complete the double play. Well, Andy Aubrey, a 15-run advantage here for the Maples. Falcons last at bats. They need to score at least 6 runs to extend this game. We'll see if they can do it. 17-2 our score. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning here on BACB Sports.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
Casey gets in relief, 7 1/3 innings, 2.86 ERA, a 1.91 WHIP, 8 hits on the season, 6 base on balls, 3 strikeouts as he looks to put the finishing touches on a victory here. 17-2 our score, so Getz moves over from second base to the mound. Matthew Strawn stays in the game as the second baseman. Ian Everett had a fantastic day on the mound, ended up finishing with 8 strikeouts.
Yep, he had a good day.
So Matthew Strawn will get called upon here early. Flips over to Gottesman, 1 up, 1 down in the bottom of the 5th. Everett was also on base 3 times in this ball game, so early runnings perhaps for BACB Sports Player of the Game.
Very possible. When you score 17 runs,
there's a lot of possibilities
to pick from.
Sebastian Shorter and PJ Calmer, the 2 Falcons waiting to bat here in the home half of the 5th. We mentioned they need to score 6 runs to extend this ball game. Otherwise, they are going to go down in a mercy rule. Didn't expect that.
Nope, not at all.
Breaking ball, Shorter ground ball to third baseman. McDonald made the leaping effort, couldn't come up with it. Infield single for Shorter.
He made a bid for it. He laid out, got his glove on it, but would have been a tough play.
For the Falcons, the designated hitter, number 13, PJ Calmer.
PJ Calmer, strikeout victim twice in this ball game. Joseph West waits on deck, hoping for an opportunity to hit here in the 5th. Shorter, boy, oh boy, that was close.
Yeah, you don't want to get picked off.
Not in a 15-run game.
15,
no.
You know, with a run, with already an out.
Breaking ball has Calmer bending out of the way. Look back at the home plate umpire for some reassurance, I think, there, that he, in fact, had a good eye. Calmer goes down, rolls it over to the shortstop. 6-4-3, double play to end the ball game.
Well,
tailor-made.
That was, as you mentioned moments ago, Brad, a little bit unexpected considering what we had yesterday, which is 2 teams really battling it out. 3 runs was the final deficit, won by Groves, but today a completely different outcome and different style of game completely. So you see Seaholm went up big early and never looked back.
7-run innings in the 1st and 4th. All the Maples needed this afternoon as they take it by the final score of 17-2. One final break here on BACB Sports. When we come back, Andy Aubrey is going to make his way to field level. He'll have our player of the game interview. That's coming up next right here on BACB Sports.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back one final time to Beverly Hills. A bit of a shocker here this afternoon as the Seaholm Maples wallop Groves Falcons by the final score of 17-2. Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield, and unfortunately for the Falcons today, they in fact were the bug. Our player of the game will be Ian Everett. Fantastic job on the mound. Starting pitcher for the Seaholm Maples went 4 solid innings, scattered 6 hits, gave up 2 runs, but struck out 8 batters. He is alongside our very own Andy Aubrey.
All right, Brad, here we are with our player of the game. This is Ian Everett, number 14, the pitcher extraordinaire. Great game for you. What's going through your head?
Yeah, I just went out there and gave my heart. Like, gotta win for the guys. I mean, just dealed. Absolutely.
Yeah, you sure did. You got on base. I mean, this is such a different game than what you guys put up with yesterday. And it was, I mean, what happened? What'd you have for breakfast today?
Same old, same old. I mean, we just came out here ready to play.
Yeah. All right, we got to talk about these balks for a second. We couldn't tell what was going on. What did he tell you, the umpire?
They told me that I wasn't coming set long enough, but I've been doing the same thing I've been doing all year. So.
Yeah, because the look on your face was like, wow, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that was 4, and I haven't had 4 probably in the last couple of years.
We haven't had 4 in all the games we've called in the last 10 years, I don't think. So we were puzzled by that. So here you are, you've evened it up, took it on the chin from those guys last night. Today you got the big win. I mean, mercy roll. Good Lord, that was amazing. What's this do to set you guys up for Thursday now?
I mean, this is a great win. I mean, we're going to keep going into Thursday with this flair and this effort. Like, we're ready to go.
Yeah. No, you could feel it. I mean, everything was going your way. You were putting the bat on the ball. It was innings, 2 runs, 7-run innings. You don't see that every time. So give us the prediction. Thursday, what's going to happen, Ian?
I think we're going to take that dub. Absolutely.
All right.
I'm ready to play.
I love the confidence. Let's see it. All right, we'll be there for it. And congratulations on a great effort by you and the Seaholm Maples. And we'll wrap it up from down here. But we'll send it back up to Brad Fetters, who's going to take us on out of here.
All right, congratulations to our BACB Sports player of the game, Ian Everett. He seems confident his Maples will take Game 3, the rubber match here in a couple days, as these two teams have traded off victories in the first 2 games of this 3-game series. Just 2 big, really big innings for the Seaholm Maples as they jumped out in front 7-0. Groves struck back for 2 runs of their own, but the Seaholm Maples piled on with 7 additional runs in the 4th inning and added on a few more to take it by the final score of 17-2. Seaholm improves their overall record to 8-10-2. Falcons fall back to 500 at 10-10. We will have Game 3 right here on the BACB Sports airwaves. Andy Aubrey and myself will have the call. Until then, I'm saying so long. One final time for Birmingham Groves High School. For our director, Jason Radulski. For Andy Aubrey, I'm Brad Fetter saying so long, and thank you so much for watching today's BACB Sports production.